Hello everyone, my name is Demetrius Mack, and today I want to talk about a little bit about myself, about some of the games that really helped shape who I am today as a gamer. And as you may have read by the title, those games happen to be PC games. And even though I never play PC games on this channel, that doesn't mean that once upon a time I was a person who was deeply, heavily invested into PC gaming. In fact, there are some of the most memorable games, maybe not some of my most favorite games of all time. I won't go as far to say that, but I will say that they are definitely some of the most memorable experiences that I've had, and definitely some of the best gaming experiences that I've had as a gamer, and they have definitely helped shape who I am as a gamer today. So I thought I'd go ahead and share some of those games with you all today. Now, the first game I want to talk to you guys about is a game that came out in 2001, and it was really the, in my opinion, the pre-World of Warcraft. It came out before World of Warcraft, after EverQuest, I think, and it was a game called RuneScape. And this game was a massive multiplayer online role-playing game that was absolutely extraordinary for its time. Massive. It had PvP. It had trading. It was a massive world that everybody was immersed in, and it was something very special to me. I mean, whether it was going out to the wilderness and fighting people in PvP, and then one of the magic things about this game is that when you lost your armor in this game, or when you lost your life in this game, I should say, when you died, it was a pretty good chance you were going to lose a heavy amount of it, even if it was equipped to you. Now, a lot of you nowadays, you're a bit of pampered and privileged when you die out in like a PvP area. You don't lose your gear. It stays with you. The worst that happens is it breaks. No, back in the early 2000s, that shit got stolen from you. So if you were ganked out in the middle of the wilderness or found, or you were lost out somewhere in a PvP zone, people could just take advantage of you all the time, all the time. And it was quite something. But I have something I want to show you, and this is something that RuneScape fans, old school RuneScape fans, if there are any of you that happen to be watching this, are really going to appreciate. So hang on for just 1 second. So check this out, folks. Check this out real quick. We have the old school RuneScape map here. And how did I get here? Well, I'll just click this back button, and oh god. I'll just click this back button, and they have the old school RuneScape here. And as you guys can see, I'm logged in as a no character name. For whatever reason, I was able to log in to my old account, but I guess my character name has been erased because it's been so many years. I don't know. I have no idea. But they have the old school RuneScape, and they have everything here. And I had no idea this existed. It was just a thought in the back of my mind, and I went to the right website. And if you go to the main website, runescape.com, they have a tab, and you click it, and it brings you to the old site, and it has everything here that I remember. And it's amazing. I gotta say, it's amazing. And then it has, you can download the game here, the world select. It has the world map. And check this out. Like, I'm totally freaking out over this. Like, my God. Like, check all of this. Oh my, check all of this beauty out. We have the old school RuneScape, folks. All the way from Tutorial Island, all the way over to the Duel Arena. Oh my god, I lost and won so many things over here. Over to Varrock, which was the city to get anything done. If anything got done, it got done in Varrock City. And my god, just moving on over to Falador, the infamous Falador. And I have a story for that. And a lot of people who remember RuneScape, who played this game back in the old days, remember that this town is famous for all those players in that certain, I'm not exactly which world it was, but a world was actually hacked where players just all of a sudden started dropping like flies, dying. And like I explained to you guys earlier, when you die in this game, your gear drops. So these hackers planted a virus somehow and killed everybody off that was online in Falador at that time, picked up all the shit, and they got away with it. My god, White Wolf Mountain, this was like a rite of passage to finally get through this area. Oh my god, the money villages. Catherby and Sears Village. This is where you came to make a pretty penny. Let me tell you, I spent so many hours grinding out here. God, goodness gracious. And my god, it's just everything. It's everything, folks. There's everything out here. and it's absolutely wonderful. My God, everything I remember. Castle Wars, holy crap, man! I have. If you guys want me to tell stories about RuneScape in another video, I'll be happy to do it because there's just a whole bunch here that just I have so many memories here, and in this game taught me so much, whether it was critical thinking in games, whether it was working better with others in teammate, whether it was better the patience of grinding and how to grind in MMORPGs or how to grind in any game for that matter. This game taught me all of those lessons. A phenomenal game of the early 2000s, and my God, like I said, this is a masterpiece. Now moving on to a game that a lot of people really don't know about, and that is the Korean game, the Korean game B&B, or better known as Crazy Arcade. Now, this game was absolutely insane. This game had it. I don't even know how to really best explain it, but this game was simply incredible. It was one of those games where it was high paced. It was high. Everything. It's just everything about it, and the fact that I was a foreigner to it, and that I had a friend who knew a guy who knew how to sign up for these accounts because he happened to be Korean. And this game, it was just a whole nother level. Like, this is my first interaction with international gamers, and let me tell you, they're intense. I mean, you guys think some of these American gamers that you deal with on these consoles? No, these guys, playing a console on this game right here. Was absolutely intense, and I'm gonna try and find some gameplay for you guys here, but it was absolutely intense, and you can just tell by looking at it that this game was not for the faint of heart, and it was a level-based system that you really had to. It was one of those games where you really had to invest in a lot of money in terms of getting your character better than the other characters, which at the time, since I was just a young lad, I didn't have a lot. So I was really at a disadvantage here, but it didn't stop my competitive nature, and it really got my movements up with my fingers because I was, using the keypad so much on my computer that I was using the keyboard so much that I was actually getting better. I was becoming a better typer and everything. I mean, I had to keep up with these guys and not let them kick my ass, because that's what would happen if you slipped up in this game. Really intense. Wow. And man, just a whole bunch of memories there. Whole hell of a bunch of competitive. I think this is where I really learned to love competitiveness, because there was a game mode in this called Ladder, where you actually ranked up in competitive, matches, one-on-one and everything like that. And I think this is where I first learned my love for competitive games, or competitive gaming, I should say. And the last game that I want to talk to you guys about is, of course, World of Warcraft. I mean, you guys had to see this coming, right? World of Warcraft Vanilla, I played as a trial, and without getting really too much into it, there was something that inspired me the first time I logged in, or one of the first times I logged in. I made a mage, an undead mage, and I was training, and up comes this all bulked out and just all, my God, just all like elite armor, the best of the time. And he was level 60, which back then was the highest level. Now you're all in the hundreds. I don't even know what the ranking goes to in World of Warcraft nowadays, but back then it was 60. Back in my day, I'm trying sounding old here, but back in my day when I did play this game, it was 60, and you could only get a mount when you were level 40. And these mounts cost a pretty penny. A very pretty and shiny and expensive penny. These mounts, having a mount in this game was a privilege. It was a reward that you got for showing that you had put in the hours and hours and hours of work, and that you had deserved this, and that you were among the elite in the game. Nowadays in World of Warcraft, you can just buy a mount. I think you could start off with a mount at level 1. It means nothing. But back then, it meant everything, and I'll never forget it. This guy, he pulls up on his undead horse mount, And I was just in awe. I was like, I want to be that guy. He just pulls up. He was all glowing, shimmering in his armor. And it was amazing. He had people following him. The guy had groupies. Or it might have been a girl. I don't know. The person, they had groupies with them. And it was crazy. It was intense. I remember from that moment on, I decided to just grind up and grind. And man, I think the lesson that I got from that was perseverance, really. Was to really persevere through all the like negative stuff that Warcraft had, you know, dealing with all the like the tedious grinding in the quests and just all the people, because people were, I mean, you thought if people are dicks now on, you know, consoles and other PC games, my God, like Vanilla Age, wow, they were absolute horrifying, like horrible people. And you had to deal with all of that and doing the quest, and there was no teleporting to quests. You had to actually walk to these quest dungeons, I think, for the most part. And it was really a different era, but I think it really just taught me to persevere and grind through no matter how hard things got. So those are a few games that really had an impact on my life. PC games that I will forever hold with me here in my heart. Games that I will forever remember and that I will tell my children, and hopefully they tell their children's and that I will constantly bring up, and that I don't have the slightest problem with talking about. I know this might not have been the desired video that some of you out there may have been looking for, but I decided, you know what, I want to do a passion project, and I want to talk about some of these games to you guys, see if I can maybe relate to anybody out there. You know, sometimes I feel like, you know, nowadays I don't have anybody to really talk to about this, so if there's anybody out there that would, you know, like to share any memories, be sure to leave them below in the comment section below. And also, if you have any more recommendations, or if you want me to talk more in depth about some of the videos that I shared with you guys here today, I'd be more than glad to do so. So also let me know if you want to see more videos like this in the future down in the comment section below. So, man, now I'm all in a nostalgic mood. Now I gotta go play. Now I gotta try and get on RuneScape. I have to try and get back in that world just to see it, even if it's only for a split second. I want to go see that world. So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already subscribed and if you think I deserve it. And with that being said, I will see you all in the next video. Until then, I'm Demetrius Mac, and I'm out. Peace.